So I'm going to be doing a deeper dive on the Bandai Jumbo Machinder, which is very, very similar to what we got in the United States, which was the Shogun Warriors. So this is Great Mazinger, which was, I don't know, Mazinger or something like that when it was released in the United States. So there's been a lot of different companies that have kind of tried to recapture the uh, the essence of what these figures were because they were extremely popular. I believe they were released between 1977 and 1980 in the United States. A lot of these companies will produce, it's the 2 foot tall, limited articulation, all plastic figures, and they are almost always exceedingly expensive, and I cannot justify the cost. But this is the real deal from Bandai Jumbo Machinder. So I'm going to show a few more differences between this and the Shogun Warrior. The first big difference is the fact that we've got this huge sword. That certainly did not come with my figure. This sword, um, all plastic, everything's plastic. There's some, bolts here and there. But this end piece will pop off, and then you can remove the sword. So, but it will stay in there. It's very light, but pretty neat. I'm not sure if I don't think I'm gonna display the figure with the sword. The sword in here, I did another video where I said that I didn't like the little pockets here because the sword could slip down. Now it's actually kind of staying in there, but you can push it down. So I think if you just lay it there, it does seem to be fairly safe. But what I had mentioned was that it has the potential, if you push it down, to just fall into the thigh. And so that would be very hard to get. I would think it would be very hard. I'm not going to test it out. On the um, Shogun Warrior version, the sword is a bit wider, so it can't slide down like that. I think that this is probably very close to the original design, if not absolutely what the original design was, because there are some design decisions that I think were not fantastic. I think that the feet were changed, particularly the wheels. I think were improved a bit. So we have 10, 13, and then 4 more. And there are some more bullets. There's like 4 more bullets that I haven't used, just I guess in case people lose it. So you got 2 swords, and you can put the sword in each pocket, or you can put the sword in his hand. This is an alternative hand. You do have 2 hands that are like this. These will shoot out. They are spring loaded. Okay. Now, I've heard people saying that keeping springs under tension for years can be problematic. And I'm sure I will remove the bullets from the fingers. Now, that would mean that you would absolutely not even have the hand in there, which I'm not sure if I want to display it like that. And my Shogun Warrior I've had for, you know, going on 50 years now, and I think the spring still works as far as I know. So, yeah, I kind of wish they hadn't gone with stickers again, but that is how it originally was. Now, some of the things, another thing that is in this that definitely was not in the Shogun Warrior, at least not mine, is the wings. And now the wing comes in 2 pieces, and this piece will go onto here. I couldn't get it on, and I'm not willing to. Here's the thing. Some of the high-end figures, the plastics are very, very strong, very durable. This is not. They kept the cost down. So could I damage it just by jamming that on there? Yeah, and I'm not going to display it anyway, because here's the problem. And again, I would have redesigned this if I were Bandai, but this just clips on, and it's tight. So it's going to clip on around his waist right here, and there is absolutely no way I'm going to clip that thing onto over top of the stickers, because I think there's a very good chance that it could tear the sticker, or at the very least scuff it. So no way I'm using that. And it even comes with what I presume are extra stickers probably because that's exactly what happens, is that you probably can't get it on without damaging it slightly, scuffing it, or like I said, perhaps even tearing it. So it would have been neat if it could have clamped on rather than snap on, but as I said, I'm not going to risk that. It is a really great figure. The powder will come out. Okay, it's it's not as good as the Shogun Warrior. That one would just like kind of fall right in very nicely. This one you gotta push in a little bit. The paint job on here is way better, and I'm assuming that is not the paint job from the original 1970s Poppy figures, because it's very clean. And on my Shogun Warrior, it is not at all clean. So I think they kind of, it would be really neat to be able to go back and find, or maybe there are some that are still in the box, never removed from the box, and it would be interesting to compare. We also have kind of a small instruction manual just showing that the fist can shoot out. I can't read Japanese, so it looks like it's coming right out of the exhaust of the wing, so I'm not sure. But I guess this is maybe showing how that clamps on. Then we have a color book with all of the items that come with it, and probably maybe a little history of Mazinger Z. I don't know. I mean, Great Mazinger. I can't read Japanese, so, and it's showing all the different things, which are fairly obvious, which is the powder goes in the head, the spring action for the fist, that the swords, the red swords, can go into the pockets, and then you could put the red sword into his hand, and then shows how to put the much larger sword. The attachment of the bullets. Now I put the black bullets up here, so, but they're putting the white ones. I'm not sure what the, oh, well, it's got the black bullets shooting out, so I'm not sure. I don't remember in the anime having different colored bullets. And then it's showing how to clamp it on, which I am not going to do. And so yeah, it's a pretty neat figure. It's something I've wanted for years. And I never thought that they might actually remake them. Now, one commenter a while back had said that Bandai has announced a whole bunch more of these figures, and I don't doubt that the legitimacy of what the person said, but I have not seen any evidence of it yet, and it's certainly not on their website. But I bet you these are selling probably quite well, because many people from my age group have very fond feelings of these. And like I said, many companies have tried to recreate these, so there does seem to be interest. I just don't know how many people are spending $500-600 for a figure like this. This one was more like 200 and something. So yeah, I think it was about $200. So yeah, like I said, I wish they hadn't gone with stickers, but it is what it is. And my almost 50-year-old Shogun Warrior, although the stickers definitely show wear because they were played with, they're still on there. The stickers have not fallen off yet. So this is a really nice figure. Really, really nice. So that is Great Mazinger, Jumbo Machinder from Bandai.